Hello. In this video, we will see together how to create a hub site within SharePoint Online. First of all, I wanted to explain what a hub site is, because it is a very important feature of SharePoint. A hub site allows us to connect multiple sites that are separate from each other, so we can call them vertical sites under a single umbrella. This umbrella ensures that all the sites inherit the same configuration in terms of navigation, permissions, and the graphic theme that is applied. Okay, let's now see together how to create a hub site.
Sorry, I just wanted to introduce myself real quick and then I'll let you go ahead. I'm one of the Microsoft MVPs and I'm an expert in the technologies that revolve around Microsoft 365. So if you want updates on Microsoft's collaboration tools, the world of intranets, Microsoft 365 Copilot, SharePoint, Teams, and all the other tools, subscribe to the channel.
To create a hub site, the first very important thing is to create a site that is considered the main site. Okay, so let's go into the SharePoint administration area and create a new site. Usually when creating a hub site, it is a necessity useful for intranet sites, extranets, or sites related to specific communication initiatives. In this case, I am going to create a new communication site rather than a theme site. If you want to know the difference between these two sites, go to my channel. There is a specific video that explains this difference. So I choose to create a communication site. I choose to create it from a blank template, and then I enter the name of our site. In my case, I call it Demo Hub Site. Well, I click on Next. I choose the language, very important. Go watch the YouTube video that explains how to create a site in SharePoint Online. It explains everything about the default language of SharePoint, which is a very important configuration. And here is my site created within SharePoint Online, an empty site. Well, to make this site a hub site, I need to access the SharePoint Online admin area. To access the admin area, just go to admin.microsoft.com and at the bottom left, you'll find the click to access the SharePoint Online admin area. Alternatively, you type the address with your tenant's name minus admin and you will be taken to the admin area. Within the admin area, choose the active sites menu item from the left menu. Look for your newly created site. Here it is, the one I just created. Simply select it and then click on the hub option in the command area. Optionally, you can choose to register this site easily and conveniently as a hub site. You can see that in this case, you also have the option to associate a site with an existing hub site. And this is the next step, which is first, you create a site that will be your hub, and then you connect all the various sites to it so they inherit the navigation, the graphic theme, and the permissions from the parent site, okay? In my case, I want to register this site as a new hub site. I have the option to choose the name of the hub site, and additionally, I can select the list of people who have the ability to link their own site, which they might have created themselves to this hub site. Here, I can choose to leave this option open to everyone without specifying particular individuals, or I can choose to add one or more people who are the only ones allowed to register their site within the hub site. I click on Save and now my site has just become a hub site. How can I see the difference? I simply access my site. You see, this is the site before I transformed it into a hub site. By refreshing the page, you can see that the design of my site is slightly different. This new navigation bar has appeared at the top, and this is precisely the shared navigation of my hub site, which I can modify by clicking on Add New Link. I have the possibility to insert all the labels I want. In this case, I create a sample navigation by inserting a label to access information data of my company or another label to access data about my work. This is somewhat the classic navigation done within an intranet portal. And you can see that my hub site starts to display the navigation at the top with the items I have chosen. I am not going to create the entire navigation menu structure. You can do that very easily. However, I wanted to tell you that once a site is configured as a hub site, within the gear icon at the top right, you have an additional option, the hub site settings. If you choose this configuration area, you have the option to select the name of the hub site, just as we could choose it during creation. Here, we can modify it. Then you can choose the hub site logo that appears here on the left of the navigation. You can choose whether or not to display the hub site name within the navigation. This is an option that Microsoft provides us, and then you can choose whether or not to require an approval flow to approve sites that someone might want to associate with your hub. Clearly, in the context of an intranet where a hub site is created to host various vertical sites, perhaps the homepage of the site or a department site, a project site, etc., etc., it might be useful to add an approval step. In my case, I leave everything as it is. That said, now I wanted to show you how to add another site to our hub site. So I return to the SharePoint homepage and I create a new site, again of the communication type. In this case, I choose the onboarding type, thus using one of the templates provided by Microsoft. I choose the title of my site, always select English as the language, and proceed to create the site. Okay, here it is. So our site is created with the template I chose. By clicking on the gear icon at the top right of the page, I have the option to select the site information area where, in addition to being able to modify the site's name and description, I have the option to associate this site with a hub site. This setting, I can do this both within the site and within the SharePoint Online administration area with the option we saw together earlier. In this case, I choose to link my site to the demo hub site and click Save. As you can see, the site has inherited the navigation of my hub site and has also inherited the graphic theme. Well, you see, if you remember earlier, this section had a background color. Now it no longer does. If we choose to return to the page of my hub site, I then have the option to choose to modify the look and feel of my site. In this case, perhaps selecting a different header or the font, which is a new feature recently available on SharePoint Online, and also the theme. In this case, I want a purple theme. Here it is. Here. This theme will soon be replicated across all the sites of the hub so as to have a corporate brand automatically applied to many sites. The same applies to the access permissions for all the sites of the hub. Well, with this video, we have seen together how to create a hub site within SharePoint Online, and we have seen how to register a site within an existing hub. Okay, thank you all. See you in the next video.